I was reading through some of my journals, and I've been like thinking about this thing that I wrote a long time ago, and it's not necessarily an original idea. I think I actually have heard it described by a couple different people now, and it was like this comparison to ecology. So I guess that there's like this thing in ecology that says basically that if a person wants to describe an organism, then in order to describe that organism, its environment also needs to be described, right? So you can't just like describe a human being without describing what environment that human being is in. And if you look at that in like a metaphysical way, you could say that the person or the creature that you're trying to describe is unified with its environment. And that's what we're talking about, is unity. We're talking about oneness. We're talking about, like, that's kind of like what my life is about, what your life is about. That's why you're here. We're talking about breaking down the barriers of the self and experiencing life as one, right? And so what's really cool about that is, like, once you realize that you're flowing in this river, that's what I like that's like what keeps like popping into my head. And I've talked about that before, like flowing down the river. You're in the river, right? And part of the river is where the banks are. Part of the river is what rocks are on the bed of the river. Part of the river is, you know, what direction it's flowing in. Your passion that you have in life is kind of it's like the direction from going downhill towards the lake or the ocean that you're trying to get to, right? But the river is not the lake. The river is not the ocean. The river is the river. So the point is to be on the journey, right? Because once you get to the ocean, once you get to the lake, then you stop flowing. Because now you're there. Now you're where you're trying to get. Hi, you scared me. Yeah, we're going to go to the playground. You scared me. Yeah, we're going to go, okay? All right, Bubba? We're going to go right now. Let me finish recording this video real quick and we'll go. It's okay, honey.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be all right. All right, here, give me a hug. So, the point that I'm trying to make, and I'm going to make this quick so I can take my daughter to the playground. She scared me so bad, dude. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you are the environment around you as well. And so that means that whatever circumstances that you're in, whatever circumstances that are surrounding you, for some reason, you, maybe not this individual egoic self that you're experiencing, but you chose that for yourself. And the only thing that you have control over, conscious control over, is the action that you take within those circumstances, within the environment that you're existing in. But the environment and the circumstances that you're existing in are what you have control over unconsciously. You're controlling these things unconsciously, right? And so when you start to see that this way, when you start to understand that, it becomes very intriguing. Life becomes very intriguing because you're experiencing this cohesion of self. The unconscious part of you and the conscious voluntary part of you are now working together with each other. And so that's why we always talk about, like, in these spiritual contexts, like, life is always talked about from a state of acceptance. You always have to accept where you are in order to get where you want to go. You have to accept where you are, and you have to start where you are. Because you have to work together with the higher self. You have to work together with the environment around you. You have to work together with the things that you have chosen for yourself unconsciously. And even like this video coming to you is a part of that. I just wanted to say that really quick because I was reading through my journals and I wrote a big thing about that and I thought it was very cool. You know, I'm not the first person to say that, but I think that we need a reminder.